Hello, students. Well, can you believe it? We're already in Module 8, and the course is nearly over. So let's go out with a bang and really make the most of these last two modules. I'm going to keep this brief today, and I've just sent you an email with some good information. The second exam will be closing Tuesday, the 12th, that is tomorrow, so be sure you've taken care of that by then. Also, I returned all your essay drafts via email attachment with my comments. Generally, quite a good job on this, and most of you won't have too much to do in your revisions for the final version, which is going to be due at the end of Module 8, that is on July 17th. So feel free to get in touch if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. Also, course evaluations open up tomorrow, Tuesday the 12th, and they'll only be open for about a week. So I hope that you can post an evaluation of this course as early as possible so that if you run into any problems logging in, that those can be worked out so that you'll have a chance to participate. This is just so helpful for me and for your fellow students. So really would appreciate participation. The link is in the email. Let's see, is there anything else I forgot? Yes, there is an extra credit assignment for this course. It has to do with the civil rights movement in Albany, Georgia, which was a very important episode in the civil rights movement. It's posted in Module 9, and it's going to be due July 30th, not July 27th, July 30th. So you should have plenty of time to earn those extra 100 points. With regard to your discussions on FDR, I'm not going to go into any detail on this because you all had the same questions, and I think generally emphasize the same points in your discussions. We'll say that I like the way that you really evaluated FDR's character. I think that you saw what a unique president he really was, and I'm glad you pointed out the Warm Springs connection. Perhaps this will inspire many of you to take a field trip up to the little White House at Warm Springs, Georgia, where FDR died, if you haven't already. As far as the question about Lindbergh versus FDR on isolationism, there seemed to be a consensus that in the context of World War II, FDR was right. And a couple of you pointed out, I think this was a good point, that part of the reason for the intervention was to stimulate the national economy here, which it certainly did. But that in other cases, whether or not we intervene should be strictly on a case-by-case basis, and that Lindbergh was right in the sense that there may be situations that we shouldn't intervene in. And I think that Lindbergh isolationist view has really made a comeback in recent years in America, especially since the situations in Iraq and Afghanistan hadn't turned out quite the way our leaders have anticipated. And so you'll see that this will be an ongoing question probably throughout your lives. And I hope these discussions were helpful in forming your thoughts about this topic. So we're moving on into discussions for Module 8. The questions have to do with the Truman administration, with the Cold War especially, and also Group 3, you're going to have an interesting document on women's rights, one of the first strong statements in favor of women's liberation from 1949 by Edith Stein. So don't be afraid to really mix it up. Let's make these last few discussions quite special, very detailed, and really worthwhile for everyone. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful week.